What is up, everybody? My name is Tonny. I'm here with another Warframe guide video. In this video we will be looking at the Umbral Valkyr Prime Hybrid, and what that means is we'll look at, well, one or two or three Warframe abilities that would definitely work with Valkyr. I'm not going to include the damage buffs because she has Warcry and you don't really want to replace that because that's a really good ability to have. Replacing it with a damage buffing mod is not necessary since you have Hysteria. So again, only a few abilities out there will definitely work with Valkyr. And I do only have one build for you guys. So let's get straight into it. Alright, so here is the talents. Now, there is one mod that might stand out to you guys that's kind of weird, and that is the Focus Energy. Now, when it comes to this mod slot right here, you guys can put whatever you guys want. If you guys want Condition Overlay, you guys can put that on here. If you guys want attack speed, because of you guys don't use the Eternal War augment for Valkyr, then you guys can put attack speed. But since I do use Eternal War, I don't need attack speed on this, and so I use the Focus Energy in replacement for that. This gives at least 60% electricity. And when it comes to status chance, you guys do not want to add that, otherwise, you know, it's just a waste. Because here's a example here. Yeah, it's not worth it. So just put, I'm just going to put this. You guys can put whatever you guys want if you guys don't want to use Focus Energy. Same thing with Gladiator Might, you guys can put something else as well. But make sure that you guys have these mods. And when it comes to the Shocking Touch, you guys can replace this with the code status to do viral. It's up to you guys. For me, I'm using Shocking Touch because why not? I do 10,000 corrosive, that's pretty strong. So when it comes to Steel Path with this build, I basically want a 2-shot Steel Path enemies, sometimes 3-shot, 4-shot, but you know what? I think I'm satisfied with that. If you guys feel that you guys need more, put on Condition Overload instead of Prime Pressure Point if you guys feel like you guys are weak. Otherwise, I think this build is decent enough to kill Steel Path or make Steel Path super easy. Alright, so I want to show you guys the first build here, and that is the Enrage build. So basically use this mod and Eternal War together. And the ability that I replaced for one of my Warframe abilities, which is the first ability, is Nourish. Now when you guys are using Nourish, straight up you guys get health, which is, that's whatever. You already got health on Hysteria. But for the toxin damage it has. So if you guys do not like Nourish at all, you guys can just replace this with the Smiting Fusion or Shock Trooper if you guys want, if you guys got the space for it. So you guys can straight up replace Enrage for Shock Trooper or Smiting Fusion if you guys do not want Enrage. Otherwise, I think Nourish is pretty great. Do not replace Warcry unless you guys really want that damage buff. Here's the thing about Warcry, you guys. You got a buff of armor increase and speed increase, okay? And when it comes to the armor increase, you guys don't really need Hysteria that much. When I play Valkyr with this build, I would say 25% of the time I only use Hysteria if I need to, if I'm fighting a boss or something like that. Otherwise, if I'm fighting against Steel Path enemies or any enemy at all, I just straight up just use Warcry and my melee weapon and I straight up destroy everything. And when it comes to Warcry as well, the speed decrease does not work really well here because you got the negative range. Now, if you guys don't want to use Enraged and you guys want to use Nourish, you guys can replace this mod for Streamline for the duration or efficiency for the Hysteria. Alright, so we're going to do a demo on the Feyarch Spectres, level 175. So we're going to go ahead and do a proc on the Warcry, and then a proc on Hysteria. I'll do the proc on the Nourish later. I'm just going to show you guys the damage without Nourish so you guys can see the difference. Yeah, these guys are way too easy, but it's fine. Let's go for the Nourish now. So that's the damage difference there. You guys can see that I'm doing a shit ton of damage. So if you guys are having trouble with Steel Path, this is the build to go to. Obviously, you guys can use Shock Trooper if you guys don't want to use the Nourish, or you guys can use the Smiting Fusion. Those two abilities work. Do not replace the Warcry with damage buffs because it's not worth it. And that is it for this video. I think you guys got a solid idea on how Steel Path works, so pretty sure you guys can destroy Steel Path with this build. If you guys like this video, give it a like, subscribe to support my channel. Thank you guys for watching.